Hi, I'm Ghostly Matt, and today I'll be revisiting this drawing I made in 2020 featuring Kyle and Kenny from the adult animation show South Park. I'll also be talking about my feelings about making fan art and how it relates to making original work. So, making fan art was a very important aspect of my creative development and my passion and connection to my own art. I felt so strongly for the characters and stories that surrounded me, and I wanted to play with them like dolls. And I feel like because of having this mentality, I was able to grow and develop my creativity and even learn how to draw hands and full bodies that are not just standing still and looking sideways at you. And yeah, so fan art is something that is crucial to my creative development. And it's not just a way to monetize and to showcase your craft, but like how I've seen other artists talk about. But I also feel like it's a way to connect with others that also feel passionate about the stories and characters that you feel passionate about, and to develop ideas from those stories and I don't know, make something different, something new, something more original. The concept of making something original uh, from the source material of something you enjoy is pretty much the concept that the more you revisit stories, ideas, characters, the more you'll eventually add your own interests, add your own experiences into these stories, characters, themes that was not originally there. Because in the end, a source material has a beginning and end, but your creativity does not have a beginning or end. You could develop a character 300 different ways and actually make 300 different original characters or original plots and stories. And that's why I think fan art is so important and so um, fun and interesting, and is a great tool to use if you struggle with making original stories or trying to connect plot lines just like I do. A perfect example of being able to put your own flavor into the things you enjoy is actually how I draw Kyle and Kenny in this speed draw. They don't actively look like this, and I've been told that if I just don't add their core colors from the show, they could actually be their own characters. And the way I achieve this is that I enjoy drawing them. I enjoy thinking about them and playing around with them like little dolls. And um, because of that, like they developed over time. And as I felt more comfortable with my motor skills and my wrist and drawing, they also developed alongside with me. And actually, the way I used to draw Kenny and Kyle were, I mean, they were still kind of the same as what you see now, but they weren't as developed as they are now. And you could tell, or at least I can tell, that I feel way more confident with how I draw them. I'm a lot more satisfied with how I draw them. And I've even, to an extent, think of them as my own original characters because I put so much of me, so much of my interest, of my passions into Kenny and Kyle particular that they don't feel like the original characters sometimes. Like they do have some nudges and like inspiration, but with how I play with them in my head and the stories I write around them are from me because I don't watch South Park every single day. So being separate from the source material, I just sit with the characters that I like from my own interpretations. And because of that, they become something more original, something more pure that's directly from my interest, from my heart, my soul. And I think that's why I enjoy making fan art so much because it's fun being able to grow your interest and showcase the things you might not showcase in other stories or characters. but that these characters give you the opportunity to. Another way that I also um, separate my character interpretations from the source material is also uh, experimenting with how I think they would act or how I would like to draw them. I'm a very abstract artist. I enjoy drawing purely with shapes, not as organic as some artists out here. So I like to play and squish their heads or like give them more volume or shrink them or stretch them. And I feel like because of treating them like taffy or gum, I'm able to see which which route I want to go to when developing these characters in my head. Also, I don't know if you guys know, but Kenny actually has a superhero alter ego named Mysterion, and to me, the way I interact and think about Mysterion is actually different from Kenny. But of course, Mysterion is related to Kenny. They're the same character, just a different side of them, just a different side of the character. And because of that, I tend to draw like fan art for Mysterion versus Kenny very differently. Mm, and they're almost like two different characters for me. I don't know if other people would interpret that a different way, but for me, Mysterion and Kenny are more separate characters to me than they are together. And it's just because of how I like to draw them, how I interact with their stories, their personalities. And I think these are ways that I'm able to or like play with original stories is by adding my own interpretations, my own perspectives. And I don't know, it just makes fan creation, fan art so fun. So I think that the best way to enjoy making fan art or making art in general is just to play. Just play, make mistakes, don't make mistakes, learn and experiment in any which way that is like your drawing materials, your shape language, the colors you use, the type of hues, the values in your colors, but also not just visual, but also uh, contextual. So like exploring what would this character do in this situation, explore different themes that you enjoy from other stories, other characters, and see how the character you're playing with, see how they interact with it, add it to their closed encounter, and see what happens like a mad scientist. And to me, I think that just playing and being open minded is the best way, at least for me, it is the best way to enjoy art. Because for me, when I make original characters or make original stories, connecting the characters, adding purpose, for me is not as fun. I'm a very impulsive creator, a very impulsive artist. Making fan art for me is a way to play and stay loose in my creativity, just enjoy and fan art and fan creations in general for me come from a place of pure passion because you're not getting paid for it unless you sell merch and stuff, of course. But like outside of that, you're not getting paid for it. And it has to come from a place of pure love to keep going and to keep showing up for the characters, the stories, the themes, the art ideas that you enjoy. And I'm speaking towards fan art particular or fan creations because that's the thing in art that I enjoy the most. Of course, this could mean that I don't know, making original characters, original stories is the thing that drives you creatively, or still lives and stuff is what drives you as a creative. But for me, fan creations is it, and it has always been it. And I just, I don't know, I just struggle sometimes when it comes to original characters because I put so much pressure on myself that I don't put on my fan creations. Like the pressure is very minimal, if not non existent. I think that having more fun in art is what's most important. Whatever keeps you drawing, and if it's fan creations, original work, anything else, something in the middle, I think that you should keep pursuing it. And when I say you, I'm really referring to myself and whoever this relates to. And I don't know what else to say. And I hope you enjoyed the speed draw. Uh, I enjoyed editing the speed draw. A little nervous recording the audio, but the speed draw was fun to edit, and I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy South Park, please let me know which character is your favorite and which alternative universe is your favorite. And yeah, um, thanks to my patrons, of course, for helping me continue with my craft. And all the links are below, where to find me and everything of how to support me. And yeah, I hope you have a very nice day. And thanks for stopping by. Bye.